Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. And the Mountaineers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. From deep, it's Moore. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Vikings offense will go on the attack first. London Montgomery. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Just barely got rid of it.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Second and long here. Back to throw, it's Frost. Complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. He wants to throw it again. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Let's take a look at our impact players. Looking for room, it's Lewis. Turning it on! Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Handoff again. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play. The Mountaineers will punt it away on fourth down. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Hits gets inside. It's Montgomery. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off-play action. Right side, it's Montgomery. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. To throw, it's Frost. Extending the play. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Vikings will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Montgomery. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
It's a running room. Inside the touchdown. Viking. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Hands it off. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offense gets set for 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1, 2, 3. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. Maybe tried to baby that one in there. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the run, fires downfield. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Mountaineers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Drives inside. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Look out! And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. From the gun, and the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense got it, they're on the run. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he's in. Touchdown, App State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He's got it on the right. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
To the air, it's Singleton. The screen, he's got wheels. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on fourth down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on fourth down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. The give on fourth down. Fights off the defender. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. The Vikings, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. In the backfield, it's Hardy. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Vikings will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On the draw, it's Lewis. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks.
Looking long. And that one would have been picked off if he could have quarterback will live to tell about it.
You got to be so careful as a QB when you're throwing outside. It's got to be on time. That one a little bit late, and the defender caught it out of bounds. That should have been another interception. This QB's already thrown a couple.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
The Vikings will line up to punt it away.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got a little space. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They don't need a bunch on second down. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Throws it off the RPO. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 30. 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Vikings will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, down on the Appalachian sideline, one of the evolving storylines down here is the play of their wide receiver, who is having a breakout game. They weren't sure that he would be the start today. He's kind of down in the rotation, but he is showing that he is a go-to guy right now, and the quarterback is leaning on him. He's been productive and electric so far in this game. I expect they will continue to get him some downfield targets. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. Looking to pass. It's Frost. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Fresh center downs going to the air. That's caught. It's Odom. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Hey, guys, the Mountaineers head coach told me at the half. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security, and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Taken down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, App State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a crease. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Rush right in his face. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Vikings will punt this one away. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Singleton. Fires on the move. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end now in motion. RPO complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Cook. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And the stomping has commenced.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the return, it's Moore. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it.
He's got it along the sideline. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Odom. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Going for 6. Out wide right, it's Odom. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Vikings come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Running inside, it's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. got him on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Trying to get started. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Right side, it's Woodard. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his target. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Second and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Throws for the tight end. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailed.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Lewis. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might as well run him again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Singleton. Complete. Just plowing ahead. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Mountaineers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. With the run on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And he added the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was...
Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The pull and throw off the RPO. Stop right there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Straight ahead, it's Lewis. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Long way to go on 2nd down. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Caught. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Vikings peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Escapes the pressure going right. Finds his man. He's stopped. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Rush is on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Got some green grass. There's a crease. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Vikings.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Oh, that was